MS International Federation is involved with the Alliance because it stood at the cradle of the Alliance together with some of our largest member organizations. And one of the clear areas where MS organizations have to cooperate is in finding a cure, tackling progressive MS, and the Alliance is a fantastic vehicle for that. So we have to be a member of the Alliance, and as International Federation we particularly play a role in encouraging more and more countries and people in those countries to fundraise for this cause. So altogether we're trying to raise 22 million euros. Perhaps the greatest challenge is that it is such a complex disease that you really need the very best brains from around the world to work together on this. It will speed the development in several ways. One is we still don't really understand how progression in MS works. What is it? But on top of that, we also need better tools to understand and to do the research and develop the drugs. So for example, it takes pharmaceutical companies a very long time with lots of people to study if a drug works or not. And hopefully one of the outcomes of the Alliance is cleverer ways to measure, cleverer ways to see if somebody, when they get a drug which is being trialed, if they improve or not, and cleverer ways to run these trials so that it can be done in a shorter way or perhaps with fewer people or with several drugs at the same time so that it becomes more feasible to also invest in the drug development. The nicest thing about seeing those international minds coming together from different places is that whatever their background and whatever their culture, they are so focused on the task in hand. So it's very good that we're putting together different people to get more clarity on which types of rehabilitation work. But the question is still, when will there be a drug that really affects the progressive stage of the disease? That is true because people don't necessarily have the trust that a big exercise like this, that it will work. Or they don't necessarily have the belief that the money can be found to do something big like this. Or they don't necessarily believe that people will work together across the world. But also some of the member societies did not have the capacity or the rules to be able to fund research outside their own country. So not necessarily everybody had the belief that we could persuade all the funding societies to change their rules to allow for the best research wherever it is, be it somewhere in the Middle East, be it somewhere in Latin America, be it somewhere in Europe, but outside countries where the funding comes from, for that to take place, people didn't have to believe that those rules would change. So actually we've done a lot together and now people can see it works. It's not yet there, it's not yet perfect, but it's clearly working.